Alright, this is a second attempt at recording a video, and I had a shirt on and everything, but now I just woke up like not long ago, and I'm looking at my microphone levels just to make sure that my mic isn't cutting out, because my noise gate was screwing me over. But now, as you can see, this is a bit more dark and mysterious, like, hello, look at me. We're talking about NixOS once again, and how I'm replacing Docker to the red arrows and the alerts and all the sound effects. There will be no editing for this video. Don't worry about it. NixOS replacing Docker. Well, let's give you a little backstory. As you all know, I love self-hosting. I self-host a lot of things, including Nextcloud. Nextcloud is cool. Use Nextcloud. But, among other things, Git, which is basically like your own private GitHub, which has the similar CI/CD if you care that much about like your workflows being more compatible. Because when you migrate from something to something, you want things to mostly work. You want to do the least amount of work possible to get things back up and running as much as you can at least. So yeah, why for myself, for my things, I haven't really changed how I deploy my stuff. I just write a doc compose on my cloud server by SSHing into it, and I just run the command or copy paste it, whatever. Not very efficient, not very DevOps of me, not very CD of me, not very continuous deployment. But at work, I do have a repo where it kind of just does that for me with an action, so it's continuous deployment, sort of. Very cool. However, I can take it a step further because I've been using Ansible. I've been trying to use Ansible for deploying a certain piece of software called Asterisk. Asterisk is a phone system essentially. You can make your own phone system. Smash the like if you want me to make a video on that, because I'm no telecom engineer or whatever. But hey, I think I've gotten a pretty good understanding of it and how it's configured and how it works and how I can use it. That's like holy light. Whoa, crazy. But if you want a tutorial on that and me talking about that, leave a like, leave a comment. It's like, yes, please, let's do that. Let's make a phone system at home. Because yeah, it's kind of cool. You can also connect to any kind of software with it. But I was using Ansible to deploy it because there's a lot of config files and a lot of templates and a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's write an Ansible rule for this. Very cool. And then it kind of didn't work half the time, and it was annoying. And there's some already pre-existing configuration files that I had to overwrite, and it was frustrating. So I decided to, and the way I initially had set it up to test was using the NixOS module on my work computer. Essentially, I was using my work computer as a server for our phone system for testing purposes. It's fine. Come on, why are you looking at me like that? Don't look at me like that. Stop it. It's good. So I was like, wait, what if I do that, but on the server? Hence, it dawned upon me like this light. Whoa. Okay. I'm messing with the light, the focus of the camera. My bad. It dawned upon me like this. This is how it came down. This is accurate depiction of it. Replace Ansible with Nix. Make a Nix module that will just deploy a virtual machine. I didn't even know you could do that. It would deploy a virtual machine with all the asterisk or whatever software you need configured. And I'm like, wow. And it all started by I looked at someone's like Nix configuration, and his audio config was basically him enabling the correct audio servers and then calling to another file, another config file that exists in the same directory. I'm like, what if I did this, but for the software that I'm using? I'm like, okay. And then I started reading this book called NixOS in Production. I've had this book for probably a year now. And I only started reading it like 2 weeks ago. This is how fast I get to things. When I say it's like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Eventually is like a whole year. and but hey, at least I got to it, right? At least I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to dust off the good old book. Besides, the book is free. I mean, you can pay for it, and I highly suggest you do. But I am broke. I'll if this works out really well, I will probably get my boss to buy me a digital copy of it. Be like, this is a business expense. I use this knowledge. But yeah, so I learned from this one Git repo that you can configure Nix with external files. You can read like text files. So it's like you have syntax highlighting of your normal configs, but you have the reproducibility of Nix. Awesome. It also makes a lot of sense since Nix is a programming language, and having an ability to read a file is basic and pretty self-explanatory. But I didn't know that. I didn't really think of it that way. Don't judge me. And the first thing that you do in that book, or one of the first things aside from explaining what NixOS is, but obviously since I'm a veteran at this, I've been using Nix for like 2 months now, maybe 3 even. That's like 200 years in software years. I'm basically like the best NixOS guru out there, obviously. So after skipping that pointless part and realizing how awesome it is, I also realized how awesome it is to have NixOS on the server. On a desktop, it's pretty alright. Some things have some quirks, but I also like it. I like the gimmick, and I will continue to use it like that. But the first flake you initialize because you want to like learn by example is a flake that launches a little virtual machine using QEMU or KVM. I believe no, I think it uses KVM. I don't know. They're always set together. KMU/KVM. I think so. Yeah. Doesn't matter. What matters is you run the next flake and it runs a virtual machine, and you can configure however you want. So combine that with the fact that you can have whatever like service enabled with its files. Combine this and you have your whole infrastructure as code plus like yeah, you can deploy anything on a server. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. You write the configuration for the virtual machine, and then you include a module that enables the software that you want to run. And if there's any additional configuration files, you can add it in the module folder and just refer to it like so. It's that simple. And that's how you replace Nix. No, you replace Docker with Nix. And that's how I've been doing it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be using the virtualization bit a lot more. I feel like I should be using it a lot more. It makes more sense. And besides, it's like super tiny virtual machines and they're all isolated. I feel like that's good. And you can still do the firewall thing where you can bind the a virtual machine port to the host port of your system very easily. It's just almost as simple as a Docker compose, but the syntax is different. So like, I think this has a lot of potential. I don't know how much I'm gonna be going through it, but so far so good. There's still some stuff that I'm ironing out, some quirks, if you will, because it's not about Nix. It's about like I don't really understand how the software really works too well because I don't have that much experience with it, which makes a lot of sense. I'm no telecom engineer. I'm just a guy who likes to self-host things and found this thing that we can self-host for work, and now I'm reading the documentation over and over again and going through probably 50 different LLMs to try and make sense out of things. I'm just kidding. It's like 2 LLMs. I mean, again, I have to verify the sources, and again, LLMs don't really help that much. Hence why I have to read the documentation. But sometimes the documentation isn't even that good. It's very confusing. It assumes that I have a PhD in telecom or telecommunications. I don't. I have a PhD in NixOS, obviously. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you want me to release the bonus Yap video, because I look better in it. I'm wearing a shirt instead of this white t-shirt, Moist Critical style. Anyways, that's really about it. Yeah.